Hello, 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 and welcome, my Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. Welcome to your soulmate read for June, July 2020, or Timeless. I'm your reader, Angelo, Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Join the Circle Productions. I'm very happy to be doing this reading, particularly after the blessing of the decks right before I hit record, and this just rush of almost, I want to say, somewhere between ecstasy and bliss. It was quick. It was only for a couple of seconds, but it was lovely. So I want to have a look-see-dooksy at this one. I'm like, oh, you know, like tuning to the collective before I do this. So let's get some just quickies out of the way, if you don't mind. If you're new to my channel, my voice just cracked. If you're new to my channel, please do consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hitting the notification bell, because I'm putting out pretty much content every day, even if it's just one live stream on a Sunday. I'm still trying to put stuff out every day, building my channel as I go. And also feel free to comment in the comment section below. I do like feedback, and I do like to, you know, kind of get people's point of view. Otherwise, I'm really just sort of doing this from my dining room. Do you know what I mean? It's very one way otherwise. So I appreciate that a lot, and I know my Saggies can like to chat as you can. Cool. Also keep in mind this is a general read, so just take what resonates, leave what does not, focus on your breath. You'll be able to really retain that which resonates for you in that way, because we're doing a relationship read here, a soul contract read, but a soulmate rather than a twin flame. There are some links in the description box below defining the difference between the two. Couple by me, one by Matt Kahn, spiritual teacher, huge YouTube channel, Matt Kahn, All for Love. Healing mantra deck is the last card down is his that we'll be using in this spread. So go check those out. I will tell you the foundation of a soulmate contract is you help each other heal. Isn't that right, Melchior? This is my youngest, my son, Melky, and he does one trick, and this is it. And I hope you're enjoying it, because he's a good boy. I love you so much. All right, now go lay down. Lay down, lay down. That's all he wants. That and Temptations kitty treats. That's all he wants. It's all a chicken flavor. I don't have a P.O. box. You can't send them to me, at least not yet. Come on, lay down, lay down. So please forgive us that little interlude, but motherhood never really ends, does it? So, where was I? Oh, right. Soulmate contract. The foundation of a soulmate contract is that you help each other heal. They're not all romantic, sexual. You have more than one. I was devastated when I thought that me and my soulmate had broken up. I mean, I met him when I was in my 20s. Of course you're going to break up eventually. No, this is the one you're going to spend the next 80 years with, right? No. At least not this incarnation, right? So you have many soulmates. You help each other heal. Look at your friends, your best friends, right? You help each other heal. But the one we're looking at is the romantic, sexual, satisfying, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise contract that you've been working for lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, considering how far psychology has come, right? I think we got a shot at it now, particularly with everything going on planet Earth. I think that the world needs as many incarnated soulmate contracts as possible just to turn things around and help the world heal, right? So do your part and I'll do mine. Let's find out what's going on with you and your soulmate contract. We are reading it like a contract, but we're doing it through a Celtic cross spread. The first two cards down will be not Daughters of the Moon, Divination Overload. It sounds like a good name for a band. Carolyn Mace archetype deck, one for you, the Sagittarius, and one for your twin. We're not doing Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine this time, but those two will be the foundation that I will build a Celtic cross spread on top of 10 cards with an extra 3 divination oracles, kind of sort of things, just get you a little extra clarity. 15 cards total, so you will have time to check your other signs. If you're into it, shooting for about 40 minutes, you ready? Focus on your breath. Let's do this deed, shall we? Here we go. All the decks that I read are in the description box below. They always remind me of that. It's like, give credit where credit is due. It's such an important throat chakra and honor code thing to do. Here we go. All right, my collective, there's that tingle again. Oh, my collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, masters, and the higher selves of all involved. I need 2 archetype cards, obviously. One for the Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. In this happy, healthy, wealthy, wise soulmate contract, June, July 2020. And of course, I would need one for the soulmate contract partner as well. So let's start. Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign and soulmate. That was a very fast way of doing that. They're always upgrading me. Like, it seems silly, but that was like actually the first time I've ever done that way, doing these reads. That's kind of cool. Okay. Oh, 2 divine family archetypes. I'll start that. But the word that I'm going to use for you that's written on this card before I flip it over, my Saggies, take a few deep breaths. An archetype can be in your life a reason, a season, or a lifetime. That's going to play itself out differently throughout the Sagittarian collective as it would through any zodiacal collective. And do understand that these cards are supposed to be triggery in the sense that there is the shadow archetype and the light, the lead and the gold, the unhealthy and the healthy, the toxic and the purified. You get what I'm saying? So please don't click off the second you hear the word I am about to say, because nobody likes this word, and I understand why, because they only identify it in the shadow. However, the light of this archetype is so crystalline pure and beautiful and magnificent, and the thing of masters. 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 You ready to rock and roll? My Saggies, you got the Martyr card, womp, 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 womp. And yes, the shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. We all know people who've done that, and we have all martyred. We've all had those days where it's like, no, you go ahead without me. I will just sit here in a pile of my own exhaustion and sweat while you enjoy the fruits of my labor, right? You know, you can just, it's something the ego does, right? It's something that we do. So no one wants to be identified as a martyr, and yet the light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. So we're talking Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus, right? We're talking Gandhi. We're talking Martin Luther King Jr. Notice mostly men, but okay. Harriet Tubman, Susan B. Anthony, right? Like selflessly giving of themselves to a cause, but maybe that cause is your own spiritual growth and development and helping to heal the world through that, through this soulmate contract. So really, yes, I agree. Oh, I can't stand being around. I mean, I had martyrs in my family. I had martyrs in the coven. There's always going to be martyrs around in the shadow. Like I said, it's something any of us can fall into. But if you can take that as a sign when you start martyring to be like, okay, I need some space, right? I need some space. I need to talk to this energy inside of myself that is willing to suffer. But is it going to use that suffering to torture and drain other people, or is it going to be in a transcendent, or at least in the direction of a transcendent moment in terms of service to oneself or a cause, and maybe to a soulmate contract, right? Have you suffered enough, and are you ready to kind of, you know, put that suffering towards a soulmate contract in a way that's really a blessing, because your soulmate's an angel. Got the Martyr and the Angel both very incredibly high. And this is a perfect example of archetypal dynamics. Remember how I just said the negative side is what everybody immediately connects with? Well, in the angel archetype, people immediately associate with the light and don't know about the dark until it's too late. Because what's the opposite of an angel? A demon. The shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others. Crowley. Falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. Sorry, I'm totally having a Good Omens flashback. I mean, I read the book decades ago, but they did such a good job on that. And David Tennant, I know he's married with children. Light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And that's the kind of tingle that I got, I think. No wonder that blissful ecstasy, like 8th chakra and above tingle hitting me before I even hit record, blessing the decks, that this is a very, very high vibe thing for you Sagittarians. And remember, Sagittarian is 9th house, expansion and travel and stuff like that, but also spirituality, metaphysics, expansion of consciousness, right? For me, 9th house is spirituality in terms of the expansion of your awareness as you go on your spiritual path, right? Like an archer on a path, right? So lovely, lovely start here. What we're going to do is we're going to take the Daughters of the Moon Tarot. We're going to get 10 of them and lay out a Celtic cross spread. First card down will be representing you, which would be the cover anytime I read the Celtic cross. I actually have a video up here that I did about how I read the Celtic cross. I should put that in the description box. Maybe I will. But then the second card down, which would be the cross, what crosses you will be this soulmate crossing your path. Ready? This feels really good. My goddesses, please. Getting a head bonky on the elbow by a kitty cat. Lay down, lay down. I love you too. Yes, you are so important, and I see you, and I love you, and I acknowledge your help and your service. Motherhood. Breathe. Feel it now, my goddesses, please. We're going to pull these one at a time, please. A Celtic cross for this Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, satisfying soulmate contract for June, July 2020 or timeless. I hear you. Please let's get ready to pull one. What is the card that covers this Scorpio collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign in this soulmate contract with this angel? What is the card that covers them? What is the card that crosses the Sagittarian, this angel that crosses their path, the card that crosses them? What's at the core of this contract, please? This one feels important. Don't know why, just does. What is behind them? Oh no, what they got in there behind? What's behind them? Because a contract read is both of you together, these other cards. Once these first two are down, the rest of it's about the two of you. I mean, the first two tarot as well as the archetype cards. What is crowning? What's like really coming into being for this contract? Where are they headed? What is... I can do that again. Where are they headed? What is before them on the path? I feel you. That's the one. And what is their lesson? Like, what is the lesson of this contract for June, July, or timeless? How does the world see this from the outside looking in? Even how did they maybe see their relationship individually? The position of the world from the outside looking in. What is their destiny on the hero's journey here? The fate-destiny ratio here of where they are in the hero's journey in this contract. And what, considering the timeline and the lifetime and the quantum thread that I'm tracking here, what is the most probable outcome for now, right? It's just for June, July, or timeless when they're watching it, a specific general period of time. What is the outcome? Remember, outcome can be the ending of one chapter and the beginning of the next chapter. Like you go from dating to going steady, or whatever that's called nowadays. Going steady. Did she really get pinned? Oh, yeah, I just knew that they would. So, my martyr, you are covered by the card of the sun. You're a happy martyr. There. There. You're definitely flying in the transcendent nature, or at least that's the potential here for you. Oh, thank you. I was just like the martyr for this... The Sagittarians, they're going to click off 1 second after seeing that. But no, your cover card, Amaterasu, the sun, it lightens that. I mean, you really don't want any other card on top of that one. If you can arrange to get that one, that's a really good one. So good. So you are healing. So you are in a more transcendent place, right? You know, seeing things through a lens clearly rather than darkly. Loving that. Want to see what's going on though with this angel archetype and two major arcana cards. They're going through Phoenix time right now. By the time they get to Phoenix, it's a song lyric. You probably don't know it's a song lyric. My God, that's an oldie in my head playing. Yeah, it's the death card. More likely rising from ashes than going to, although we'll see the other cards around this. But if you are not together right now, face to face, I get it. I get it. Because there's kind of nothing more annoying to someone who's in death phase than somebody who's walking on sunshine. And Saggies, you're sort of born walking on sunshine, even though you're not Leos, right? So if you have Leo placement, you must be absolutely annoying in the morning. Morning, people. I'm a night owl. So, my God, the angel of death, literally, look, there you go, the angel of death. I hate to say it that way, but your soulmate right now is going through major life transformation. Probably, like I said, I do feel, particularly because it's right next to the card of the sun tends to lighten the vibration of every other card in the spread, particularly those near to it. That's just like tarot law. So it's definitely feeling more like on that rising from the ashes, finding your wings, for this angel, finding their wings. I mean, it's really lovely. This is really, 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 really cool. Digging it. What's at the core? Your third major arcana card, Kali, the Awakener, who has made more appearances in this series at only the 9th reading than I think any major arcana card, at least in this series, right? She's like almost in every single reading, and it does make sense because we are going through so much instantaneous divine intervention kind of change, right? It's like Thor and Zeus and all of the lightning gods are just like throwing down, and Kali's with all those arms. She's going, okay, one over there, and one over there, and just blowing shit up left, right, and center so that the new can be rebuilt. Well, I'm going to say with that at the core of your soulmate contract right now, you're both going through it. It might just be that you might be with this, like, you may be in for a penny, in for a pound in terms of your spiritual path. And you're like, okay, maybe a little cavalier, but very Sagittarian and very accepting, right? So you might be taking this a bit lighter, where this angel, if there's any demon left in them, right? It's being purified out of them. Yeah. Yeah. And exorcism, it's called emotional healing. So Kali, wow, can also mean like that love at first sight, that true love just coming in and blowing shit up. Where are you guys coming from? Interesting. Now, whether you know each other or not, this has been building up for a while. This Tower card, this Sun card, and this Death card for both of you, it's been simmering. This is Pele, the volcano, right? The Five of Flames. There might have been some frustration, some, well, gee, it's almost like you were locked in your home for a period of time and couldn't connect with other people, so it like simmered for a long time. You big fire sign, and then I gotta do something about this, and you made a prayer, you set an intention, you did something that changed the game. You both did, though, and that's what I love about the spread that we're doing here, is that aside from those first two cards, the cover and the cross, you and your soulmate, everything else is about the two of you in a soulmate contract, how you're helping each other heal. So this feels like enough, I can't do this anymore, and something really shifted and changed in some place of your life. What's crowning now? What's coming in? Another major arcana card, the High Priestess, which does kind of say maybe there's some quiet time coming to both of you, some more internal time, particularly with Kali, the Tower going on, that maybe you are taking a bit of time out, and what I'm getting there is that virgin aspect of the High Priestess. Now in this deck it's Isis, who's definitely Mother Goddess, but traditionally, the High Priestess is the maiden. In this deck, the Empress is the mother, and the crone is the hermit in this deck. So really, really feeling what's crowning is more about your own interior worlds individually. This has to do with the soul. Like, this is truly a soulmate. Now, it feels like me, that perhaps both of you are recently out of or in process of entangling from a twin flame, a romantic sexual twin flame. So there is this, I don't want to say a cooling off period, a time of introspection, of really coming into contact with your soul. So if you haven't met yet, that's okay. This is all in divine timing. Everything is. But things are moving pretty fast on the inner. So it might be saying, okay, go to your neutral corners, like if you have met, it's like that this is more about your own almost virginal time. Look, I'm crossing legs like the letter of Virgo, like the sign of Virgo. But that's okay. It comes into Three of Cups. There is a meeting, there is a bonding, there is a coming together, and this feels not just emotional element of water, but this does feel very Wonderful. This feels really, this might be some of that sort of like sparkly, ecstasy, blissy kind of thing. I was feeling like champagne bubbles. I didn't want to come out and say it, but yeah, a little champagne bubbly. Not that alcohol is directly involved necessarily, but that kind of, well, I do love a champagne buzz. It's one of my favorite, next to sake. I've got my hot sake bottle over there for the next time we do Drunk Tarot. That Three of Cups just feels lovely. The card itself is called Bonding. Make new friends, keep the old. One is silver, the other gold. Get a merit badge. This is something to look forward to. Being in isolation now, if you still are, take the time. You're both going through radical change, really. Your soulmate kind of more than you are. They're going through it with the Death card. You're going through it with the Sun. So be kind. Pause. You don't have to rewind. What's your lesson here? The Leo card. Funny that I mentioned Leo before. Now maybe the lesson is being delivered by a Leo, or there's Leo placement in charts, etc., etc. And certainly go check the Leo reads if anything, if you're called, feeling that in your gut, so to speak. But we're really looking at fifth house lesson here. This is gonna be about that fixed fire, that loyalty, that pleasure, that creativity, that comfort, that feline snuggling. Like, do your interior work right now and really get yourself into a better feeling place. Now, that's easier to say to a Sagittarius in a way than it is to any of the water signs, right? Just using that as an example. Because you can focus your desire in that way, that you could take a simple mantra. Let's go Abraham Hicks, Wayne Dyer. I want to feel good, right? Just that intention, like an arrow. I want to feel good. I want to feel good. I want to feel good. You just repeat that for 2 minutes and tune into that. You will start feeling better, and better feeling thoughts will come to you. That's the law of electromagnetics, whether you want to call that the law of attraction or not. So there's something here, at least for you as a Sagittarius, that you can really learn a lesson here that will help bring some of this light and warmth and creativity. I mean, Leo with the Sun card, to your soulmate, even if you haven't met yet, to send them some light. Not by, oh, maybe it is by you enjoying yourself, but certainly digging into your creativity. This is Chantico. She's baking loaves, right? In that sort of like mud hut oven kind of deal thing going on there. Fixed fire, applied heat, so something can transform. But there is also great pleasure in that Leo energy. And again, it's that it's like, this is a horrible metaphor, warm champagne bubbly. No, we don't. You want cold champagne, but you know what I mean? It's like that, oh, like warm honey yummy. Empathy for fun and profit. Really great fun, great career, nice work if you can get it. I sang out of nowhere. Most of these side gags are for people who are hanging out in my Facebook group. We crack each other up. From the outside looking in, Massages, you got the card of the learner, meaning that the world sees the two of you as people who have learned and are in the process of either applying what they have learned or learning even more. That not, yeah, well, there are going to be those people like, oh, they'll learn. That's helpful, right? I mean, that may be true. You are going to learn. This is what contracts are for, but it's almost like you're helping each other learn. Now, in this deck, there is a crone helping a maiden to weave a blanket. I say it every time we get this card, right? But in the background there, you see that she's done this before. She's done this most of her life. So maybe there is that thing that you both have expertise in these different levels that you're really going to help each other out in a lovely soulmate contract, and people can see that the two of them are growing, learning together, evolving together. Your destiny comes right now by seeing things through the eyes of the Aquarius. Now, the sign of the symbol doesn't necessarily mean a particular Aquarian, but to really pull up and see the larger picture, which is going to be easier for you with the Sun, right? In that Martyr, right? Devote yourself to the cause of seeing the largest picture that you can without hurting yourself, particularly with this card of the Empress. Secrets being revealed. Well, at least maybe maybe secrets being revealed to you within your own energy structure, intuitive system. Ixchel flies highest on the eagle, but is also, I mean, Aquarians are, in their light side at least, very egalitarian, very humanitarian, friends of the world. It's the internet in its best attributes, right? Like, bring us all together. We are the world. We are the dehydrated. Sorry, I have to... You know, you make a rule, you got to live with it until you decide to break the rule for once and for all, right? Right. So keep in mind that larger perspective. There might be getting some lost in some details here. And you are fixed fire, mutable fire, so it can be very mutable in that sense. This is fixed air. Maybe this is really about seeing the larger picture of what's going on in the world. That might be, you guys might be empathing some of the intense transformation going on planet Earth. Gee, why would a soulmate contract do that? Because you're here to help the world, not just to have lovely weekends together. What is your outcome? Your outcome, I mean, you could have gotten the card of the lovers, but you got a lot of people in this spread, so to speak. This is the Libra card. 7th house, partnerships, marriage, contracts, as well as the shadow self, right? You know, like that balance of the soul and the ego and the wounded inner child, like all, like the relationship that you have with yourself, because the stuff that you push into your shadow that you don't deal with, you usually project onto other people, and who better than your soulmate. However, this might be what you are sort of getting over, both from twin flames. I have a feeling that if the two of you have not met, when you do meet, that the conversation might be very healing oriented, or at least spirituality based. You more the one from that place of enlightenment, and it's all about, right? It's like, no, life is a journey, while your angel might be feeling a little demonic and understand that they're a little ashy. It's like, sweetheart, you've got a little wing ash going on there. Just get that little lint brush. All better, right? Let's keep going. You got 3 cards left. I'm really digging this. Look, there's a possibility for marriage here. I'm just going to say that. I mean, come on. It's the Libra card. It wasn't the card of lovers, which indicates a decision, right? Could have been the 10 of Cups. It isn't that. And 2 of Cups I never see as a marriage card. The 2 of Cups is an attraction. It's a 2. You don't get married on a 2. I'm a Virgo, though. We're going to ask the Healing with the Angels Oracle by Doreen Virtue. What is the healing angel offering their help and their healing to you both? Let's do this. Breathe. Here you are. My angels and archangels, please. 1 card in clarity for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, satisfying soulmate contract for June, July 2020. What have you got for the Sagittarians here? This Martyr in this contract with this angel. What is the healing angel that offers the help? Oh, the angel of miracles. Oh, honey. Honey, I told you there's something, I don't want to say special, I don't like that word. Special means separate. There's something holy. H-O-L-Y, or something holy. I mean, you got the High Priestess, the Martyr, the Angel, all in a triangle here. Something's being struck by lightning. If things ain't looking good, understand it can't be any other way right now. Something better is not just happening. It's from the ashes, if you will, from whatever has gone down, just even what the world is going through. Something beautiful is rising. That's really, really cool. Miracles. I mean, a miracle technically is something happens that defies natural law. Like, that's almost like the Merriam-Webster, almost, I'm sure. Not exactly. I do paraphrase. Oh, I do paraphrase. But really, a shift in consciousness from fear to love, something happening beyond your wildest dreams that you never thought was going to happen. That angel is working for you both, so call to it. Breathe. Higher selves of all involved. Let's find out what's going on through the Whispers of Love Oracle. Higher selves of the Martyr, the Angel, and anyone else involved in this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual soulmate contract for June, July 2020 or timeless. What is the whisper of love from the higher self collective for all involved here for these two? Slow down. It's come up a lot in these readings. Slow down. Slow down. And I'm really getting that. Look at her. Her eyes are closed. She ain't running nowhere, right? No, and fixed fire. Right? Things are cooking, right? Slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. Right? Even your destiny, fixed air, right? Slow down. Slow down. Now, what's interesting is you've got Leo in the lesson position and Aquarius in the destiny position, and they are zodiacal opposites. Fixed fire to fixed air. So there's something there. That axis of energy you might want to look into within your own chart or just in general. One last card down. Let's get you the healing mantra from the healing mantra deck by Matt Kahn. For this one, no matter who's watching this, keep in mind, Martyr, if the angel would be the cross watcher here. I've made this very easy for people. Which one you are, right? Whoever does this mantra is not just going to be helping themselves heal, going through their own soul level kind of healing in a soulmate contract, but because of the quantum entanglement of a soulmate contract, you will be helping the other heal instantly, holographically, and all that jazz. Breathe. As last but not least, certainly not least, the Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contracts. I swear, it's like going in front of like the semicircle of a board of lawyers doing this. I love this part though, because they're fun. They're like fun lawyers. I've dated a few. No, I'm sure none of them were Ascended Masters, although they might be by the time we're done. My Ascended Masters of Soulmate Contracts. Please, I know. One card in clarity. What is the perfect healing mantra for this Sagittarian collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign, happy, healthy, wealthy, wise, intimate, romantic, sexual, soulmate contract for June, July 2020, or timeless for this Sagittarian Martyr and their contract partner, their soulmate, the angel, please. Their perfect healing mantra is, just making sure it's just one, allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases every time I appreciate everything in it, allowing appreciation. Right, the value. Isn't that interesting how he used value and appreciation, right? Like, because something appreciates or depreciates in value. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. Now, right there, if you got any kind of Abraham Hicks training in you, you could do, you know, a focus wheel, you could do a rampage of appreciation, right? And I mean, those are wonderful exercises and great ways to get yourself high vibrationally. But to kind of take this as a real soul growth thing, that's why I'm going to read it from the book. I think you'll take this isn't just about making stuff happen by pointing out what you like and feeling good. That's what I love about Matt Kahn. He's sort of he's a little ass kicky that way. Allowing appreciation. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. When appreciation is allowed, everything is seen as a gift for the evolution of your soul. Everything, not just the stuff that you like and makes you happy, everything is seen as a gift for the evolution of your soul. The more often you appreciate, the greater value you feel within your own life. While there is true worth in uncovering your life's purpose, which a soulmate contract is part of, most feelings of discontent are not caused by what you do or don't do. Now, I know we find that hard to believe in a Western civilization. If you are in the Western civilization while you're watching this, but they are created simply by a lack of perceived value in your environment, right? It's very be here now, which is very Eastern Hemisphere, if you really want to go there, so to speak, literally or in the conversation. Instead of waiting for things to get better before you allow appreciation, you must be willing to acknowledge the value in all things. This will awaken the feelings of elation that are always alive within you. In other words, they're alive, but they're dormant, right? And maybe that's part of this. That's why I gotta say, in a soulmate read, yes, when the tower shows up, a part of you instantly goes, uh-oh. but it can be a movement of enlightenment that everything changes in the blink of an eye, right? Like that elation all of a sudden is freed. Sorry. This mantra is ideal for increasing worthiness, decreasing feelings of scarcity, and raising your vibration. Yeah, little Abraham Hicks rampage of appreciation. If you don't have any idea what I'm talking about, you're on YouTube. Put it in the search field. Really, really lovely reading. We'll pop up the picture of the whole thing, and we'll see what else they show me. Cool, cool. Nice deep breath. As we take the magic clap. We've got you, my Sagittarian, as the martyr archetype in the shadow. Addiction to self-pity, which be kind to yourself. Everybody has moments of this, but ask yourself, is this a thing that happens for a reason, a season, or a lifetime? Because the light attribute, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, underline that word service, is really going to help you transcend that. And with your cover card, really, of the tarot being the card of the sun, I'm feeling you kind of more soaring than hanging from a cross, right? Like soaring, it's like you've already done the crucifixion thing, you're already in the resurrection of it. Oh, that's perfect. That's even alchemical. Because your soulmate partner here, this angel in the shadow attribute, acting innocent or angelic to mislead others, falsely claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance. I always think the former is going to be easier to spot than the latter. You know, if someone's like, or I should say, strike that, reverse it, right? Like if someone's claiming to be in touch with angelic guidance, usually you know about that kind of thing, but someone acting innocent or angelic to mislead others might slip under your radar if they're cute. The light attribute, helping those in need with no expectation of return. And with that card of the death card, the phoenix, maybe they are right now alchemizing from the shadow to the light into that. So really first two cards down do not tell me you are together, but now I look, you've got a crowning and a core card that are also major arcana. Oh, and the only major arcana cards in the deck, and they are literally at the center of this Celtic cross spread. So at your core here, you've got Kali, the Awakener. Things will never be the same. Things have been struck by lightning, and it's at the core, more in the world of the yin, more in the internal world. Some belief structure, some shift. It could be, again, a Kundalini thing. And, you know, just quickly, referring to the Five of Flames, Pele in your past here, the behind you card, this could be a spiritual awakening Kundalini thing. Now that I put those two next to each other, hands in the air, they got the hands in the air. Yeah, one's casting lightning, the other's like spewing lava, but you know, this might very well be as the result of a real big death for both of you in your own lives individually, or just through what's going on planet Earth in general right now. So it would make sense that the crowning card there would be the card of the High Priestess, to really tune to your intuition and keep your secrets to yourself right now, and keep your own company. But know that you are being used for a higher purpose. That's what a priest or a priestess is. High, low, whatever you want to call it, is a vehicle through which the divine works, which happens to all of us every single day. So we are all high priests, high priestesses, blah, blah, blah. But that's going to bring you into this Three of Cups. So a time of isolation and introspection, not so much the hermit, but more like really, really getting into your spiritual process path, intuition in that way. The more feminine, virginal, pure, innocent aspect, open-heartedness of the soul, it's preparing you for this Three of Cups. I really feel like the two of you, if you already know each other, you're going to be able to see each other again, obviously. It's a soulmate contract. But that it will feel really good, and it will feel maybe not as intense as a sexual instant thing, if that hasn't happened yet, but definitely that good feeling, enjoyment, a real pleasure time together. And again, I'm going to say like champagne bubbles. I definitely get that feeling there. But then jumping down to the lesson here, that the lesson of this soulmate contract right now is about creative fire, fixed fire. It's Leo energy. The two of you might be very, very either like really good looking or good looking together, or there's something about particularly because you're showing the sun here. Again, Amaterasu, Japanese goddess of the sun in your cover card, my Sagittarian, and you're a Sagittarian, that there's just something very warm and very pleasurable and very creative and nurturing, like cooking. Like I feel like two people sort of like gently bumping into each other in the kitchen while they're making dinner for each other, right? Like something really warm and sweet and creative, and like one's really good at making this, so they make this, and the other one's really good at making that, so they're making that, but you would never put them together in the same meal, but you don't care. Like it's that kind of weird, fun, warm, creative, eclectic vibe. And from the outside looking in here, you're learning from each other. There you go. The Eight of Pentacles, that is the easiest way to say that, and I think the most accurate, is that from the outside looking in, you're looking at two people who are really learning from each other, and that just warms my heart as a teacher more than anything else here. Except maybe that Three of Cups that feels like champagne. From the point of view of where are you on the hero's journey in this soulmate contract, the both of you, Ixchel, the Eagle Woman, the Aquarian card, Crone of Blades, Aquarius fixed air, really seeing things from the highest perspective possible, which I will say certainly relates to that card of the High Priestess for me, particularly because in this deck it is depicted as Isis, right? With her sort of drawing down the power of the new moon and seeing things from that place of innocence, but still nonetheless seeing it from a more celestial, higher altitudinal place, right? Which brings you to that lovely Scotty, the North Wind, the Libra card, the Mother of Blades. This is going to come into balance. This is going to be a partnership. I mean, duh, it's a soulmate contract. But it does feel like this is going to manifest. Yes, there might be some, you know, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, you've only got 3 court cards here. I wouldn't say that's an outrageous number of people in terms of court cards. But there might be some people involved in this to sort of help this along, little helpers along the way. Little guides, little guards, etc., to help this go a little smoother. But there's no question that there's a high probability, or at least I'll say possibility, of marriage and partnership here, keeping in mind there is a miracle in play, right? The Angel of Miracles is working here. Call to the Angel of Miracles. And remember, sometimes we don't see the miracle while it's going on, only after. So if you're asking on a regular basis something as simple as, all right, Angel of Miracles, please show me what I need to do today. If you need my help to make any of these miracles happen, turn me left, turn me right, whatever I need to do, but show me what I need to do, right? And really, it's so funny. And then you've got the higher selves of all concerned saying, slow down. When you are excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. And honestly, for a Sagittarian, that's sage advice. Particularly if you're working with the Angel of Miracles, you might want to push the river a little bit. And sometimes we don't even notice the miracle until we what? Slow down. And of course, while you're slowing down, you can be allowing appreciation, as the Ascended Masters are recommending in this healing mantra. The value of my life increases each time I appreciate everything in it. And your own path of appreciation is according to your own nervous system, right? You get to find your ways and what you appreciate, completely unique and individual to you other than anybody else on planet Earth. But I do feel like it is going to raise your stock as well as raise your vibration for your well-being and the well-being of this soulmate contract. So an angel and a martyr meet in a bar. It's just like totally set up for that. I really, really like this. May the Sagittarian Collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need in their soulmate contract for June, July 2020, that they may heal, that they may grow, that they may have miracles, that they may slow down, that they may certainly allow more appreciation into their lives as they go through this rather intense major arcana moment they're going through right now in their lives, and really find that balance, that commitment, that bonding, that creativity, and the manifestation of their soulmate love in planet Earth at a time when we need it so much as a blessing for all of life. So mote it be. And so it is. Oh, Saggy is really, really great read. So please, if you're feeling it, please do like this video, right? Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. And feel free to comment below if this makes sense to you. I'd like to know what's going on with who. And Saggies, you're usually up for the chat. Cool, cool. Otherwise, wishing you the very best and the very blessed of the rest of June into July. My darlings, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.